Once upon a time, nestled deep within the heart of a small, forgotten town, there lay a mysterious forest. This forest, known to the locals as the Haunted Forest, had long been the subject of terrifying tales and whispered legends. It was said that those who dared to enter its twisted, gnarled depths would never return the same, if they returned at all. The Haunted Forest was shrouded in an eerie mist that seemed to linger perpetually among the ancient trees. The air was heavy with an unsettling silence, broken only by the occasional rustling of leaves and the distant hoots of owls. The townsfolk, fearful of what lay within, avoided the forest at all costs. But there were always those who were drawn to the unknown, those who craved the thrill of the forbidden. Among these brave souls was a young woman named Emily. She had always been fascinated by the supernatural, captivated by stories of ghosts, spirits, and haunted places. The tales of the Haunted Forest had piqued her curiosity, and she found herself unable to resist the allure of its dark secrets. One moonlit night, Emily gathered her courage and ventured into the Haunted Forest. As she stepped beyond its invisible threshold, a chill ran down her spine, and a sense of foreboding washed over her. She hesitated for a moment, but her curiosity pushed her forward. The forest seemed to come alive around her. The trees whispered, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers, as if trying to pull her deeper into their clutches. The ground beneath her feet felt alive, shifting and moving as though it had a mind of its own. Emily's heart raced, but she pressed on, determined to uncover the truth. As she ventured deeper into the forest, the darkness grew thicker, swallowing the moonlight. Shadows danced and flickered, playing tricks on her mind. Strange whispers filled her ears, whispering her name, beckoning her to stay. But Emily refused to be swayed. She had come too far to turn back now. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness. It was a tall, gaunt man with hollow eyes and a tattered cloak. His voice, filled with a bone-chilling coldness, echoed through the trees. "You should not have come here," he hissed, his voice carrying a warning that sent shivers down Emily's spine. But Emily was undeterred. She demanded to know the truth about the Haunted Forest, the secrets it held. The man's face twisted into a sinister smile as he beckoned her to follow him. Against her better judgment, Emily complied, her heart pounding in her chest. They walked deeper into the forest, the man leading her through a labyrinth of twisted paths and hidden clearings. The air grew colder, and the sounds of the forest became more sinister. Emily felt as though she had stepped into a nightmare, a realm where reality and the supernatural merged. Finally, they reached a clearing bathed in an otherworldly glow. In the center stood a decrepit, dilapidated house, its windows shattered and its walls covered in moss. The man pointed towards it, his voice filled with a mixture of sadness and regret. "This is where it all began," he whispered. Emily's eyes widened as she stepped closer to the house. She could feel a powerful presence emanating from within, a malevolence that sent chills down her spine. As she entered, the air grew heavy, suffocating her senses. The house seemed to come alive, its walls groaning and creaking as if in pain. Within the house, Emily discovered a hidden room. It was filled with photographs, old journals, and dusty artifacts. As she examined them, she realized that this house had once belonged to a family that had been consumed by darkness. The forest had claimed their souls, trapping them within its twisted grasp. Suddenly, the room grew colder, and the air became thick with an oppressive presence. Emily turned to find herself face to face with the spirits of the family, their eyes filled with sorrow and rage. They reached out towards her, their ghostly fingers grazing her skin, sending a shiver down her spine. The spirits spoke in a chorus of haunting whispers, their voices telling a tale of tragedy and despair. They had been lured into the Haunted Forest, their lives forever entwined with its dark magic. They warned Emily to leave, to escape while she still had the chance. Terrified, Emily stumbled out of the haunted house and ran through the forest, the spirits' haunting cries echoing in her ears. She emerged on the outskirts of the Haunted Forest, her heart pounding and her body covered in cold sweat. She had survived, but the horrors she had witnessed would forever haunt her dreams. From that day forward, Emily vowed to warn others about the Haunted Forest, to keep them from falling victim to its malevolent grasp. The stories she shared became cautionary tales, whispered in hushed voices around campfires and told to children as bedtime stories. The haunted forest remained a place of fear and mystery, its dark secrets forever sealed within its ancient trees. And though the townsfolk knew better than to venture into its depths, there would always be those who were drawn to the unknown, those who craved the thrill of the forbidden. But they would do so at their own peril, for the haunted forest would forever hold its dark secrets, waiting patiently for its next victim.